Hello, hello. I'm actually interesting. I'm actually doing this reading for a specific person. However, I actually do feel that this could be for more than just one person, right? I was guided to post this video, even though I'm going to end up sending it to a particular person because I had their energy in mind when I made this. So if you see yourself in this reading, allow yourself, and you resonate with it, allow yourself to receive it, even though, like I said, I was tapping into somebody else, but their energy might be your energy as well, right? So let's just dive right in. So it's interesting because we start off with the paths. So we start off with, there's options, or there's a choice to be made. With this particular card, it's like the choice I feel like that you're wanting to make is one that doesn't have strings attached. What's interesting, what is affecting this, we have the bear, which is your strength, your vitality, like your influence, like personal power. Let's see what's on the other side of that. And then we have child. So we have newness, beginning, early stages. It almost seems like there is a point, it took a lot of strength in order for you to make this choice of no strings attached. And I do feel like you're in the early stages of this. Let's see what sits above this choice point. What's affecting it? We have dog. Trustworthy support is what I have for my key definition, right? So what affected this choice was this trustworthy support, okay? Either that's the road you're going down, so if maybe you had to leave people behind because you had to choose between this or that, and you chose to choose people who are trustworthy. I'm also seeing this correlation between the dog and the bear. Where there's strength built within this trustworthy support. I don't know what that necessarily means, though. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. The choice that you made led this strong. It was a strong choice you had to make, but it is what has led to that trustworthy support. And again, it looks like you're in the beginning stages of it, and you need to trust what you're doing. Let's see what you're standing on with the paths. Yeah, commitment. You committed to this. So this was a path that you've committed to, like, you're like, this is what I'm doing. And I feel like there's a trust. I don't know necessarily who, like when we have the dog, this is a trustworthy person. So whatever trust you have, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be you though. Like it could be you that you're really trusting your decision and you're committed to this decision. So that's what this path is sitting on. Like you're committed to this path of no strings attached. And it does seem like that's where your power is at. It's interesting because what's coming through is most people don't do that. Most people don't do things without strings attached. And I find that interesting. Because I do think that there's an energetic exchange of giving and receiving. There is this like natural balance. However, okay, what's coming through with that is there's like a difference of giving back when somebody is giving you something that you appreciate and that you've asked for. And there's another thing where it's like people are telling you something or giving you something because they're creating strings. And this is where I'm like, you're like, no, I stop it. Like, I'm done. We're done with that. And there's just, like I said, like a heavy, heavy commitment to this. I almost am wondering too, if there's a possibility for an adoption here. I don't know, that like, ooh, that is super interesting because this commitment is like you're committed to this path. I'm seeing the commitment with the child, and then this commitment too in relation to this dog, this trustworthy, like you trust that this is the path. And the no strings attached is almost like you're not wanting a child because, I guess for like selfish reasons, like there are no strings attached. I guess it's the experience, like you want to have a child for the experience of having a child, not for I don't know how else to say that. It's just that's what's coming through. That's so interesting. That is so interesting. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the air element to this. Ooh, we have a gift. Pleasant energy entering. Yes. Especially because it's in the spot I designate for that air energy, which is like there's a lot of positive thoughts that are going to be entering your mind. And those positive thoughts give you the strength to make this choice. I do, again, am seeing this connection to this child or to this newness, to the beginning stages of it. Yeah. Okay, let's see where the water element is. Ooh, 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀. Didn't I have this for something else? Water element, quick. It's talking about effortless ease, right? And I just feel like, because it's sitting right below the bear energy, which is giving me this impression of you finding ease being in your personal power with this decision. And that it's going to happen quickly. Like the adoption itself, if this is indeed what we're talking about here, because it feels like it. It feels like it's going to happen quickly, and your emotions, that water side element to it is going to feel like you are going to feel like you are just so lucky. Like, I am so lucky. I can't believe this happened. Like, you're really going to feel like this is a gift. Okay, let's go into the fire, the actions. And we have the house. So it's like a lot of family, like a lot of, and right. And this too much to not be an adoption or something with a child entering, or why would I say adoption? Oh, I think it's because we have the child already, and the stork would be more of like if you were pregnant. And that's why I'm having this like adoption. I was wondering, so this, sorry guys, again, like this just shows you my own, how I get clarity. And because, you know, this also talks about a contract. I guess it could be like a karmic contract if you were pregnant, but again, that's not what I'm seeing here. I think the contract is this adoption. Okay. And again, we had the, excuse me, we had that house, and it's like, I just feel like there's an opportunity, like a quick opportunity to adopt this child and bring them into your own home. All right, let's see what the earth element is. Ooh, cunning, self-interest, hidden motive, strategic thinking. This doesn't seem, yeah, there's too many positive cards around this for that to be, so, because the fox can be strategy, right? Kind of reminds me of the Seven of Swords. A lot of people, I guess, think of the Seven of Swords as like, oh, theft or stealing. And it can be, right? That's part of the element, but it's also an element of being strategic, of being cunning. You know, it almost makes me think of like Robin Hood, you know, like robbing from the rich to give to the poor. Robbing is still bad, but if you're giving it to the poor, is it still that bad? That type of feeling, right? So it's just leading me to now there's a strategy, and I do think that there's something, especially, yeah, because we have the bouquet and the fox marrying each other with this pleasant energy entering, and this strategic thinking with the fox. So I think this is already being planned out. And I mean, it's just a lot of positive cards. I just see a lot of positivity within this. So I'm going to leave this sit here, and yeah, that's it for now.